I hate that I need to do this segment. Yesterday was the first day for my 5-year-old to be institutionalized into public schools.
Okay. Usually it's a good thing and very exciting time.
We got the pictures, and that was good. And the drop-off went well. And the pickup was cute, took a few more pictures.
Aw.
And then he started unpacking his book bag. And this content writes itself. So this is the South Carolina Social Studies textbook for kindergartners, 5-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And before seeing this, I thought the narrative, like I know by and large teachers are a little bit more left-leaning. Why wouldn't they be? They want to get paid more, right? And there's a union, not necessarily in South Carolina, but unioners are typically a little bit more left-leaning. Which, look, like the classic blue dog Democrat, like that was their thing. Like stick up for laborers, unions, and teachers need to get paid more. The entire party has just kind of slowly slid into this social justice. We're like defending people who want to be dogs now, and all of a sudden that's practical. But I peel open my son's social studies book, not but 4 pages into it. There's a section that talks about notable people and biographies that children could plug into online. And naturally, you have your usual suspects, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Martin Luther King Jr., as we should have these individuals, Abigail Adams, Sally Ride, the astronaut. Fascinating people who have shaped civilization and our society and were brave or intelligent. Einstein coming up with the theory of relativity, and he's too smart for me to even know all the theories he came up with. But I'm reading this list, and Chaz Bono.
Wait.
Chaz Bono.
What?
Is one of the biographies online that my 5-year-old child should consider plugging into in his kindergartner social studies book.
Good grief.
Also on the list, Gavin Newsom.
Really?
Also on the list, a bunch of names who I didn't recognize, so I went online and looked them up. Almost every single one of them was a civil rights activist, social justice warrior, or a labor leader, right? Like led a union. Nowhere to be found on the list is Steve Jobs or Henry Ford or Elon Musk or even Barack Obama.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a political thing, right? I recognize that I don't want my kids to go to school and only learn about conservative politicians. That's twisted. That's weird.
Yeah.
But Chaz Bono,
What
do better.
What has she ever done?
Right? Thank you for properly gendering her.
Mm-hmm.
And for all of our listeners who don't know Chaz Bono is, good reason. Because the person has done nothing in their life other than be born to Sonny Bono and Cher and then wrestle with their gender and then do a gender transition. Only public schools can compile a list that includes Benjamin Franklin, Susan B. Anthony, Chaz Bono, and Gavin Newsom. So I get it, right? I get it. So, and most parents aren't even going to see this or not care. Most parents are trust falling into the public school system. Or they're busy as can be, or they're just not engaged. They're not going to peel open their kid's textbook like me. I'm a weirdo. I saw my kids' textbooks. I start reading them. I'm like, cool, I want to go back to social studies was my favorite class. I learned about, like, the Egyptians and the Pilgrims and, you know, some of the early settlers of different areas of the world and explorers and scientists that revolutionized culture. And well, our kids are learning about Chaz Bono. While 5-year-olds in China learn math, our kids are being spoon-fed Chaz Bono. I get it. Don't overreact, Adam. It's just a little section in the textbook. They don't have to go online and look up the biographies. We just put Chaz Bono in there because we wanted to have a little diversity, and we thought that would be an interesting thing for people to plug into. Don't overreact. You're going overboard. You're a radical. Don't put things in textbooks that cause people to overreact. Don't pretend to me that Chaz Bono belongs on a list with Benjamin Franklin. Let's not pretend that when we look at the authors of said book and the contributors, half of them are from South Carolina. Half of them are from California. Mm-hmm. So our South Carolina education is being dictated by professors in California. I wonder why Gavin Newsom's on the list of notable people. How old is Gavin Newsom? Probably in his 50s. How old will these kids be when it comes time for them to start voting for president? Right? How old will he be at that point? Like just thoughtfully throw Gavin Newsom in there, the career politician, California's darling politician, who's gotten everything wrong. Everything wrong. His behavior is reprehensible when we're locking down and flatten the curve. He goes and throws a party at French Laundry, the swankiest restaurant in America, where no one's wearing masks. He gets caught red-handed and then lies. Is this the person we want 5-year-olds to look up to? Don't overreact, Adam. Don't put crap in textbooks that cause people to overreact. Don't stick your nose up at me and pretend that this is normal, thoughtful behavior, that we should be idolizing Gavin Newsom and Chaz Bono. I hate that I even need to do this. And my wife is a God-fearing, flag-waving conservative. I love her. I just love conservative women, by the way, Mm-hmm. Because it takes some principles to stand up to the crowd, right? It takes a spine to not fall in line and like, oh, I want to behave the way where everyone likes me. I don't want to be the tall poppy. I don't want to get out of line and not fit in. Her take was, Adam, I just don't want to be angry all year. Is this what we're going to get every day? Because I know you, Adam. You're not going to just take this on the chin and pretend that they didn't try to tell your child Chaz Bono is a notable person. So we got to get the heck out of here. We got to go to, private school, Christian school, Catholic school or something. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I don't even know if they're any better. Got a couple buddies who sent their kids off to private school and same stuff.
Oh, wow.
Buddy up in Ohio sent his kid to the best private school, whatever that means, Mm-hmm. And they saw fit to bring a drag queen in to read a story to kids. Mm-mm. Like, okay. And we're all supposed to pretend that this is normal behavior. Yeah. I got an idea. Why don't we bring a scientist in? Oh, I got another idea. How about a firefighter or a police officer or a business person or the guy who works at the manufacturing plant? When I was in high school, they took me to the sewage treatment facility. They walked me through where the sewage comes in and how it comes out, and then we all drank a water right from the sewage teat.
Ew.
One of the most enriching days of my life. I don't know about the water, but I learned something. Mm-hmm. So, I'm a proud product of public school. I went to public school. I wanted my kids to go to public school. Because when you go to public school, you mix it up with people from all different socioeconomic backgrounds and different life circumstances, and you got to figure out how to deal and negotiate with all these people. That's the beauty of it. I live on Daniel Island, where it's basically, it looks like a darn movie set. Everything's made of plastic. So I want my kids to go to public school. I want them to bear witness to real life. I want them to recognize that, like, hey, all of this good fortune that you have at your disposal is not normal. Like, not everyone gets this go. Now, will they retain that? That's my problem, right? I need to instill some, grit in my kids that recognizes that even though they were born on third base, like, they did not hit a triple. They are riding daddy's coattails until they make their own way. I'll deal with that. Public school, here's what I need you to do. Teach my kids reading, writing, and arithmetic. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Notice I didn't say social justice activism. Notice I didn't say gender ideologies. Notable people. Like, throw Bill Clinton on there.
Mm-hmm.
Throw Barack Obama on there. Throw Bill Gates on there. I don't need to share their worldview, but make them notable. Don't just take some celebrity's kid who wrestled with their gender and went through a gender transition and pretend that that person is notable because of that.